What up, Internet?
Hey there, camera.
This bumbling tourist.
Today on Bumbling Tourist, we're...
talking about okonomiyakis.
Yeah, what is an okonomiyaki? Just so people know.
Okonomiyakis are a delicious cabbage pancake, Japanese delicacy. The word okonomiyaki translates to something like how you like it, or something like that. And there's many different ways to make it.
There's two main styles, though.
True. Hiroshima and...
Osaka. The Osaka style is what we make at home because it's way easier to make it at home. Hiroshima
is better.
Do you
But
want to kind of explain how that works, the Hiroshima version?
Yeah, the Hiroshima version has like a layer of noodles, and it's much more layered. So you have like a noodle layer and a cabbage layer and like a pancakey layer.
And where have we tried that?
In Hiroshima.
At a delightful place called...
Okinomiyura?
Okimonimuira?
Is that what it's called?
Okinomiyira? It's basically like a 3-leveled old industrial building, and on each layer there's probably like 12 or so different okonomiyaki stalls, and they all kind of have their own themes and specialities and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And we went there twice while we were in Hiroshima, and each time we get off the elevator or the stairs, and the first, when you walk by, all the ladies in there are like, oh, come in here, and they pull out a chair and they sit you down, and you're like,
no.
You have to go into the first one. I mean, you don't have to, but how do you say no to that kind of hospitality?
My only regret is that we only went there twice. That's my favorite food. So today we're doing a bit of a cooking corner, and we're gonna make some okonomiyakis. So you need cabbage.
Yeah. We're gonna start with the cabbage here. We usually use just the traditional, I don't know what you call this guy, just a green cabbage.
Green cabbage.
But we are gonna cut up some of the napa because we've got a bunch of cabbage here today, and we wanna make some sauerkraut. So slice it kind of small, some little bite-sized pieces. But while you do that, I was thinking maybe you could talk about where you first heard about okonomiyaki.
The first time I had ever heard of it was from the anime Ranma 1/2. There's a character named Ukyo who is a okonomiyaki chef. And she walks around with a giant battle spatula and flings okonomiyakis at people.
Yeah.
And that just seemed wonderful.
And you told me about this delightful thing, and I looked up the recipe online and made you okonomiyaki one time.
Yeah, I had assumed it was something I would never try in real life. It's funny, the way they animate it in the cartoon makes it look more like a Western pizza with like soy sauce on it or something.
Yeah.
They have a very flat looking base.
Bear with us. The idea of a cabbage pancake doesn't sound like maybe the most appealing thing, but it is.
It's the most appealing thing. It's mostly thanks to this.
Yeah.
Which is way too expensive in Canada.
Yeah, okonomiyaki sauce. It started out being around $7 here, but now it's jacked up to $12.
It's about $1 in Japan.
And it's the combination of toppings that makes it amazing. So we put bean sprouts inside it, and then you put okonomiyaki sauce and mayonnaise and tempura flakes and green onion on top. And the combination of the okonomiyaki sauce and the mayo, it's just perfect. That's probably plenty of cabbage to make 2.
Yeah.
So if you want to check that in the bowl there. So to make the batter, I first add about 4 spoonfuls of flour.
Heaping?
Sure. And then you add 1 spoon of starch. We used to use potato starch, but it's hard to kind of find here, so we have cornstarch.
Instead, I should realize the truth. There is no spoon.
I am your daughter. Get it all over this. And then I like to put in a scoop of panko flakes as well. And then save some panko for the toppings as well. So yeah, that's the batter. And basically you just kind of add water, and you might have to add a little flour until you get a pancakey type consistency. So we'll do that and we'll get back to you.
Switcheroo.
So normally we want to put some bean sprouts in here too before we mix it up. Most people put egg in it, but we just find it's fine if you just put water in your batter. So you don't really need egg. But you can add egg if you want to add egg. Let's start with that. There's a lot more cabbage in here than I thought. We might need more flour.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna need a lot more flour.
So we added another like 3 or 4 scoops of flour. But the goal you're after here is to get sort of this sticky consistency. It's not too liquidy and it's not too thick. It's just the right goopy batter.
You can keep adding flour and water until you kind of get a pancakey type consistency, but enough that it's gonna hold together all your cabbage. I think I underestimated the amount of cabbage that was in here, so. Yeah, so let's preheat this pan over here and put a little bit of oil. let's just let it heat up a little bit. We're gonna make 2, so I'm gonna divide the batter into 2. And kind of shape it like you would a pancake. But don't make it too thick, because it takes forever.
To cook all the way through.
Yeah, it takes forever to cook. I like to use a pan that has a lid, or either that or use a plate or something on top, because it cooks way quicker if you cover it and let the steam kind of cook it through. Otherwise, you could be here for hours waiting for it to cook. We'll shove that on top, flip it once it seems like it's kind of stuck together. Now we're gonna check to see if it's ready to flip. Basically, it needs to kind of be solid on the bottom, otherwise you don't stand a chance of getting it in one go. And this is the tricky part. And push it down. And wait for the second side to cook. We hungry yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. We had okinomiyaki, the Osaka style, when we were in Japan last time. I had a little izakaya underneath the train tracks with Gabby.
Oh, that was good.
I wish we would have had better okinomiyaki with Gabby. She said she liked it, but it wasn't stellar. I think it's ready. I think it's cooked through.
Cool.
So, want to cut it up? So to dress up your okonomiyaki, I guess we should have said before, like, you can add other stuff to it. Sometimes we cut up mushroom, we put it in there, or like different vegetables and stuff. To dress up the top, you start with your mayonnaise. And you can use the vegan mayonnaise, and then this is like 100% a vegan meal if you'd like.
Yeah. There's something a little different about Japanese mayo.
Yeah. And then my okinomi sauce next.
This is the secret to the whole thing. This, in my eyes, is what makes it an undeniable, delicious treat.
We're getting near the end of this. This is not going to look super pretty.
You look super pretty.
And then I'm going to rinse some bean sprouts, because apparently I should be rinsing them. Maybe that's too many bean sprouts. But you know, you said you liked bean sprouts, so I'm going to put some on there. And this is our green onion. Been regrowing in our window. Top it off with a little bit of panko. And that's it. That right there is an okonomi, homie. I wish you could smell this. It smells so good. Yeah. So, you gonna try it for the fine people of the internet?
Itadakimasu!
Itadakimasu! Alright, now for the moment of truth.
Looks delightful.
So in Japan, before you eat something, you say itadakimasu.
Itadakimasu.
Which means I'm grateful for this food.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like bon appetit in French.
Yeah, I was gonna say in films and such, it's often how they translate it.
Mm-hmm. How is it?
The sauce is delightful. In Japan too, you always eat it, well, you don't eat it, but at the restaurants they'll give you a tiny little spatula. Mm-hmm. So Western equivalent fork and knife is the easiest way to do it. Because otherwise you would chop it with your little spatula and then eat it with chopsticks.
Yeah. And the places we went to, you have to eat it off of a communal griddle. And it's very tricky to kind of keep your mess at bay, because that's the Japanese way.
This turned out really good.
So yeah, you should try it out. I will put all of the ingredients in a description-y thing below, so you can make your own.
Yeah.
Let us know how it goes. And you can add anything you want, really. Like, if you're a meat eater, add some meats in there in the batter, or you can even just fry them up and put them on top. Mushrooms are a great thing to add. Fried onions are great too, so, make it how you want it.
Some smoked salmon.
So yeah, thanks for watching us cook and bumble around. And if you like these kind of travel by making foods in our living room and our kitchen.
I'm checked out of hosting. I'm just eating now.
Yeah.
Peace out.
We've
when
got
you're done your meal, gochi sousama deshita.
Oh yeah, gochi sousama deshita means it's like a feast. Take luck, camera, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.